Welcome to the Shit Apple Podcast, where the shit apple doesn't fall far from the shit apple tree. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but sometimes it rolls straight into chaos. On this podcast, we discuss life's awkward moments with no filter, no shame, with humor, questionable wisdom, and a whole lot of, did that really just happen? Buckle up. It's gonna get messy.
Welcome, everybody. I know there are thousands of you out there so excited for our episode 1. I'm Shelley.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Diana.
Yeah.
In today's episode, we're diving into the origin of the name Shit Apple, and we're going to kick it off for us. Kick it off for us, Shelley.
Sure. Well, the shit apple, it comes from a long time ago. I was watching a TV show. I was pregnant. And my family was watching the show, and the guy in the show had he was crappy, and he had a crappy kid, and anyway, they got caught doing something, and the police officer was like, "Ricky, your daughter, she's a shit apple, and the shit apple doesn't fall far from the shit apple tree." And I've never forgotten about that, because they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but in some ways I feel like, so we all three have different feelings about what a shit apple means.
Yes.
My theory is we're all shit apples to some degree or another.
Okay.
Maybe it's a very small degree, maybe it's a very big degree. Diana, you totally have a different theory than me, but I think all of our theories are correct. But what is yours?
Okay, mine is I feel like if a kid is a shit apple, as we call them, and the parents are shit apples, just don't waste your time trying to make your kid be friends with them. Just don't waste your time. Move on, find other people. If the kid is a shit apple, but the parents are normal, give that kid a chance. They're just trying to figure their stuff out, right? They're all sizing everyone up and trying to figure out what their role is. They're figuring out who they are. So don't discount that kid, because if the parents are good, I believe he'll circle back. He or she will circle back. And that's it. That's my theory.
And I kind of think you can have a shit apple tree, and then your kid can turn out okay. Because I have friends who have parents that are shitty as hell, and they're awesome people.
Really? That's very
Yes.
unusual. I need to meet these
In fact, multiple friends.
Okay.
And
Wait, they're shit. Oops, they're good, but their kids are shitty.
No, the parents.
no, the parent. So my
The parents
friend's
are
parents.
shitty. Oh yeah, okay.
The person that raised them was
Yeah.
shitty as hell.
Got it.
And they came out of that normal, very normal.
Okay, and both parents were shitty? They had no...
Or maybe they had one parent. It was more like a one parent or a split household.
Okay.
But yeah,
So maybe a shit apple shrub.
Yes.
maybe.
There you
But
go.
so I think you can get out of it. If you have a really bad... So it's kind of the whole thing, nature versus nurture. Is a person born shitty, or is it the environment they grow up
The
in?
environment.
I feel
think
like
mostly.
you're taught. Yeah, I really
You are
do.
taught. It is your
Yeah.
environment. But you can get beyond it, because a lot of people, they don't want to be their parents. They're, you know what I mean? So they
Yeah.
try their best
Yeah.
to totally go the opposite direction. So I think it can be one of two things, essentially.
Okay. Well, and not to make this about me, but I guess I sort of grew up like that. My parents could not be more opposite in every possible way. And I turned out kind of okay.
No,
Where,
you're amazing.
For sure, you did.
You're amazing.
I am.
You did.
I agree.
In fact, I believe in our prior talks, you were like, "No, absolutely not. I'm perfect."
I
believe that's
only
what you-
say that because I know I'm not, so it's funny.
No, I think that's funny. I have a split family too, and well, let's just say my dad married a shit apple. I feel like her parents weren't shit trees though, and my dad has slowly become
Also a shit
a
tree?
shit apple.
But is she a shit
apple
apple,
tree?
or is she just crazy? I feel like there's the mental health thing going on there, maybe.
Oh,
The stories I've heard, which we will share one day.
That's a good
We will
point.
share one day.
That's a good point.
But yeah, but then, I don't know, I think we're all right and we're all wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, but we all have our theory, and that's great.
Well, I know many of you are wondering how this dynamic trio came to be. Diana, Tell us how you met Shelley, because the millions of you listening are wondering.
Tens of
you think
thousands.
millions? I'm not going to disagree with that. I thought it was thousands, but
thousands.
I'm not going to disagree.
Well,
I'm
after
not
this
gonna
episode,
disagree.
it's going to be up to the millions.
Okay. Well,
Okay, well, I'll
let's
tell you
go.
how I met Shelley.
Diana, tell them how much you loved me when you first met me.
Okay, well, Shelley has this, for those of you, if this is a video that you'll see one day, Shelley has this energy and this charisma in her personality that 99% of people are just obsessed with and love. And there's always the 1% that are jealous of it and they hate it. And then they don't want to be your friend. But when I first met Shelley, I was
I don't know if that's
on the
true.
PTA and I tried to get her to volunteer for something. And she's like, oh no, I'm not doing that's stupid. And then she walked away. And I was mortified, but also I immediately wanted to be her friend. I don't know why. Just something about her. She is magnetic in her
She is.
personality. Yeah.
Well, thank
Magnetic
you.
is a good,
Yeah.
yeah.
I do want to take this moment and just let anybody know that is at Sequoia. I hate Young Authors Day. It should be smushed. It should be obliterated. Okay, let's carry on. Yes, I love how you hated me. And then we saw each other at a birthday party. Our friend
Angie's
Angie's birthday party, her 40th birthday party. And you were so nice.
Yeah.
And I remember I remembered this the other day, Diana. I had just started experimenting with highlighter. Oh, you know, I love the highlighter.
I do too.
And Diana was like, your face is so shiny and sparkly. And I'm like, I used highlighter. I was so excited. And I was like, oh, she's my friend now. I'm simple. All you need to do is compliment me.
One thing about that dinner, though, oddly enough, is that it was Angie's birthday, so they ordered a bunch of food. It wasn't like order what you want. They ordered a bunch of things, and they were paying the bill. And Shelley was like, absolutely not. Bill, you make sure that we're like, and I was like, oh, she always calls me a money bully.
Well, I bullied my
bully.
husband, of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
Diana, side note, is the biggest money bullier
The
I've
biggest
ever
money bully
freaking met.
on earth.
It's
yeah.
not true.
Aggressive.
Oh my God. And it's like,
We'll punch you in order to pay
Yes,
the bill.
just
We'll
pay the
literally punch you to pay the bill.
And sometimes I'm like, did she have a talk with Bill? Are we okay, Bill? I mean, do you still work? Because Diana's like paying for everything.
Aggressively.
That is not true.
Aggressively.
Because you guys do so many things for me. You do so many things for me. And then like
don't
when I
do-
try, you do.
Nothing
I don't
for you.
feel like I
That's
do
not
much
true.
at all.
Okay.
I actually threatened Diana the last time we hung out. I go, I'm not hanging out with you until you let me Venmo you some money for the last meals you've paid for.
It all works out. Don't
No,
stress
she
about it.
didn't. She resent the Venmo
She
back
sends
to
it
me.
back.
Because you paid for a very expensive lunch for no reason
For
one
your
time.
birthday.
So I didn't take you to lunch for your birthday.
What
Yes, you
lunch?
did.
You were there.
Where was I?
At Zinc.
You were
We
there.
went to dinner.
You paid for my lunch too?
You were there.
Yep, she
Did I
did.
pay
She
for
paid
it?
for both of us.
It's fine.
I know
That's
exactly.
a birthday.
See, don't you want to get her
See,
back
I'm
now?
just so used to you paying that I just let it go.
I know.
Well, anyway, okay.
Okay,
So,
so
that's how we met, and then COVID happened. We kept hanging out, and here we are, Mutt and Jeff. But
Every day that I get to know Shelley more, I love her more each day. I don't know how
Aw,
it's possible.
thank
I'm
you.
not
Agreed.
trying to like, but you do. I
It's
love it
true.
when you hate someone.
vice
I love
versa.
it when you're
Well,
on
I
fire.
just unloaded who I hated.
Yes.
We'll get into that some other time. And let's talk about the. I'm trying to think of a cool thing to say, but I can't.
Well, how do you guys know each other?
the third?
How
person.
I came
Yeah.
into the third,
The third
third person.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's a lot of people we know that are like, what are those three doing together?
I know.
It is an unusual grouping.
Is
Yeah,
it?
for sure. I
think so.
You guys are a lot older than me, and a lot shorter.
Not
and
as
fatter.
funny.
Oh my
It's
god.
like so
but
weird.
but I think there's something about like our personalities
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is like the perfect balance. Because usually they say like the three, it doesn't work.
Oh really?
Oh, did you guys see that
Yeah.
reel I sent you the other day? Friendship is usually one not so innocent blonde and two psycho brunettes. I'm like, oh my
Oh.
God. Yeah, I sent that to
Okay.
you guys when I
Yeah.
was sick
And
in
when
bed.
someone's
When you
name
guys were
ends in an
out.
E and an A.
And
And
an
I was
A.
like, that's also
Yeah.
us.
Oh wow.
That's funny,
Okay.
huh?
Well, yes.
But like, I remember Tiffany at a fair a long time ago, and she had these cute Gucci shoes on that I wanted. And then we all go to the Marriott or the Princess or something, and Tiffany, tell them how you and Diana bonded, and you
over
didn't think anything
Truly's
about me.
and Diana almost drowning.
I
because
never
she
almost
had
drowned.
too
I'm
much.
very spry.
She was, but she was really fun, and I was like, I think I'm in love with Diana.
Yeah.
And then I don't really remember, like, Shelley and I, like, we were trying to rack our brains.
Yeah, I can't remember either. It just
kind of
well,
happened.
no, it was Parents' Night Out.
Oh yeah, Parents' Night Out.
Parents'
I'm sorry,
Night
Parents'
Out,
Night Out.
and
I'm sorry,
I was
my
hanging out with
husband
her
Bo
husband.
and Shelley became best friends
Yeah.
before Shelley and I became best friends.
That's
is
true.
actually what happened. That's true.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of like, I feel like we have like a similar personality.
Yes.
Like boisterous and, you know.
Yes, Bo.
And drinking
Bo,
Shelley is a great combination for Bo,
Well,
right?
for
Like,
about an hour.
yeah.
No, it was
Yeah.
It's a fun hour.
it was an eventful evening that parent.
Yeah.
parent
And
night out.
then we all just, I guess, I don't know what
Snoop
happened,
Dogg.
but then all three of us ended up on my 20th wedding anniversary. We three went to Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And saw Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa.
It was
and
the
Warren
best.
G,
It was the
but
best.
mostly Snoop Dogg. It was so much fun.
It was so fun.
And you know, with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, with Snoop Dogg.
Well, okay, because we can never always remember. Was this before we went to the concert or after? So now we call it
yeah.
before Snoop and after Snoop.
BS or AS.
BS or
yeah.
AS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly, I feel like it's a lot of AS now.
Now, because
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
like
yeah.
bonded. I feel like that kind of sealed, like we all had our own little things separately, but that kind of made us this.
A group. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But then I feel like when we went to that dinner at Fat Ox, you
Oh,
were
gosh.
like, someone needs to see this show. We
Yeah.
were like hysterically
We were
laughing.
crying.
We were laughing at Brie. We were making fun of her. We were.
Dude,
I
I,
was
have
like,
video of
some
Shelley. I need to
people-
show you the videos.
Yeah.
I videoed
me?
most of it.
What did I do?
Brie
You were
came
just
out of the bathroom.
You
I'm
were
like, "She
crying,
washed her
laughing.
hands." And she's like, "Yes, I did." I'm like,
I forgot that.
I didn't say that though. You did.
I did,
Yeah.
but like then we were bantering, and Tiffany was just cracking up. She's like,
I was
People
crying.
need to see this show.
Oh, yeah.
People need to hear about it."
Yeah, that's
true.
true. I
And that's
forgot
kind of
about
how
that.
we got the idea to start the podcast.
Yes,
Really, it was
that is
Tiffany.
where it started.
Was
Yes,
it at the Fat Ox?
yeah, it was at the Fat Ox for the well, you didn't stay, but we stayed
No.
over.
Yeah.
But
Which I could have skipped. No more sleepovers.
no more sleepovers. We were one and done. Well, guys, at the end of each episode, we have a segment called "Want to Know What I Hate," and
Yeah.
I think Shelley is gonna kick it off. No?
No, I'm saying don't bite your nails.
Oh, she's biting her nails.
I'm biting I hate desert nails. Please don't sue me. Because I know they're part of the millions listening, but they do the worst job.
I think it depends who you get, because some of them are great, but my nails came out like puffy paint. Like they're so
They're thick, super thick.
thick and puffy.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I need them thick because I'm so rough with my hands.
I
I'm
like
like,
it
these are gonna
thick.
last till.
I feel like when they're so thick, they peel off easier because it like lifts easier.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I like mine really
Okay,
thick and hard.
so
and they are
Shelley,
not.
you know what I hate? She hates desert nail spot, and then what else do you hate?
Okay,
Shelley?
so what I really hate is I hate the Beatles.
Okay.
I really do. Do you guys-
Agreed.
Yeah, thank you, Tiffany.
Absolutely hate.
Thank you, Tiffany.
I
Loathe.
can get on board with it because I don't know really who the Beatles are. I know they sing a lot of songs.
I
But
can't
that's-
believe. Oh my
That
God.
goes to our point. You don't
Yeah.
even know who they are.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I've
You
heard
don't
of them.
know,
I'm just
though.
not like,
It's so
listen to
fascinating.
this Beatle. I
Right.
couldn't name 3 songs. That
Like,
they sang.
what music did your parents listen to when you were
My
growing
parents
up?
were Middle Eastern immigrants. They weren't like, let's
my
put on the
gosh.
record player. Okay.
So what did you listen to?
I listened
Did
to
they
like
listen to-
whatever my sisters listened to. Okay, they were listening to Eazy-E, Depeche
Yeah, they
Mode,
weren't listening to the
Smiths,
Beatles.
Duran,
Yeah.
Madonna.
Got
I know
it.
all that. That's
To
my
be
jam.
fair, my parents would listen to like their older dumb Beatles and Elvis and all
Dumb
that
Beatles.
stuff. However, like I think my mom like started getting into my music too. You know, like she was like,
Yeah.
let's listen to Cyndi Lauper and Prince and
I
everything.
will say my parents listened to Elvis, but I was in middle school. I'm not like,
Yeah.
I really like this jam.
I know,
was
I
listening
guess-
to,
I don't know, but the Beatles, they suck. I don't get it. It's not my jam.
I hate it.
And so we do want to touch on something here, which is kind of funny, like a little riff on the Beatles. Stephanie is our tech person, our announcer, our
Basically,
our
our
mama,
everything. Our everything.
are taking
Yeah.
care. I can't wait till
She's
we
the
have
Stephanie-
audio so you can see our beautiful studio. You guys should
Stephanie
come
of
over
all
to my
trades.
house because she did my house. Everything's just Stephanie's just the hardest working person I know. However, I keep calling her our 4th Beatle, but I hate the Beatles.
yeah, we're going to call her the Stephanie of all trades.
Yes. So no more Jack of all trades. Not that I ever say that a lot, but
No.
Stephanie is the jack of all trades, so
She
she's
really
the
is.
Stephanie of all trades. But we can't call her the fourth Beatle.
Because they suck.
Because they suck. So
They do suck.
So like
What
a
was I
group of
watching? The
4.
Grammys?
The what?
I was just watching the Grammys. Paul McCarthy was in the Grammys. They
I'm
zoomed
sorry.
to him.
Did you say Paul McCarthy?
What's
I hate
his
the
name?
Beatles, but you need to say Paul
McCartney?
McCartney.
Whatever. I don't
Even
give
I
a
know
shit.
that.
I don't give a shit. But he's alive, you guys. He's alive.
He doesn't look alive. He looks like somebody has their hands
somebody
stuck up his ass
Googled-
like a puppet or something.
He's
But
like
he's
Weekend
alive.
at
No, but
Bernie's.
literally.
Weekend at Bernie's, weekend at Sir Paul's, basically.
Anyways, he's still out in the circuit, guys.
I know, singing, and he doesn't sing well anymore either. You lose it after a while, Axl Rose. But
Axl Rose.
Axl Rose. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, is that a wrap, guys?
Well,
is that a
I-
wrap? This was the first episode.
Yeah,
Maybe we
I
want to
mean,
wrap
I
it
think
up.
it's only going to get better. This
Yes.
is just kind of our introduction,
Just
right?
Yeah.
intro.
Because we got some shit to say.
Yeah, we do.
Boy, oh boy.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Okay, give us a like, a follow, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. On YouTube, we're shit. The I in Shit Apple Podcast is an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Right, but everywhere else, it's just at the Shit Apple Podcast. Okay?
And you can listen to us on anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah. So listen, guys, ladies and gentlemen in the millions, don't be a shit apple, and please don't raise one.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.